guitar, Safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me, we're about to take you on guitar safari. Turn on your computer and turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone. Eddie,
Eddie, take it easy. Take it easy, Eddie.
seriously, Eddie. No, I mean,
That guy, I tell you, you let him loose a little bit.
sure,
Well, hello, folks. It is Friday night. It is 8 o'clock.
Get
Sherman.
fucking Eddie, dude. Get Eddie. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You got things under control there, sir?
No, obviously I don't.
Well, it is Friday night. It is time for Guitar Safari. And you've got Charles and Seth with you. Hey, Seth, how are you doing?
I'm doing this new kind of ribbon dancing now on the corners for my neighbors, and they seem to like it.
Do they now?
Well, if you honk and throw things, does that mean you like it?
It means something, all right.
Okay, well then let's go with they like it. I think they like it. We're here, and we're ready to party. Mm-hmm. Hey, what was up with that other song? We did the other song.
I figured I would mix it up and start with
that was great.
Song and with Ben's. You know, a little bit different.
I mean, I like Ben's song more because I know it has like more talent involved and done in a real studio.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was done at home on COVID. So, yeah, a little bit of COVID will make you sound.
Well, it'll be, you know, I figured just mix things up a little bit anyway.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, so did anybody show up? Because if they're on my channel, please close that down and quickly come over to Charles's.
Well, I tell you, we got Michael Krause in the house.
Michael Krause in the house.
We got Ryan of OU812.
Hold on. Oh, U812. Yeah, you
and we got a little bit of sad news here from Mitch Heyman. He says that Charles Green had to cancel his show for tonight. So
that is bullshit. I'm
just saying, I'm disappointed because I was looking forward to it.
Well, everybody's looking for. Some people have planned their day around this event.
I tell you. But the good news is we have Paul McNary, almost all the cats.
Meow, 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 meow. Somebody was saying about the Meow Mix commercial the other day, and they had never heard of it. I said, "Go back to the land that you come from."
That is someone that's just too young for my
it's crazy. Go away. Meow, meow, meow.
And we got Wayne McConnell. Wayne, hope you're doing well, my friend.
What up, Wayne?
And we have our buddy Searching for Tone.
What up, Searching?
Show Wednesday night. Still need to make my way through a little bit more of it, but enjoy it. And we got Patrick Trites saying good day. Hope everyone's doing well.
Good day, PT. What's cracking in the house?
And we have Cushman NYC saying hello to everybody.
NYC. Okay. All right, Kush. I hear you. I will.
And this guy, Terry 3Gs, made his way through.
He just got done trading an amp, guitar, harmonica, pedal, chord. It's all one thing, Charles.
All one thing, yeah.
They don't sell a lot of them.
They don't. No. And Blue Mox has made his way in.
What up, Blue Mox?
And our buddy Steve Rezer.
Steve-O with a not left-handed guitar.
And let's see.
Steve,
What That'll Works is in the chat.
What
said,
up, Hip?
Let the madness begin. And that's what we want. You're completely mad ideas for your next guitar build, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you can just not, you can spare no expense and order some good stuff. And guess what I got, Charles?
What do you got?
A list.
It looks like a list of some type.
Yeah, because when you're ordering guitar parts, it sometimes is beneficial to have a list so you know what you're ordering, and you get all the parts and pieces so you don't forget some shit, because you always forget something.
That is way too organized for me.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that you must have some method, or do you just have do you go from parts guitars and grab parts that way?
I look at the project and then see what speaks to me and the person I'm doing it for.
Right, but when you
And
don't
most,
you make a list before you order, or are you basically building from kits or pre-existing guitars to where you're not needing to order a bunch of parts?
90% of the time, I'm building from a pre-existing guitar or parts sent to me. Right, so
Right, right,
someone
yeah,
has a
yeah.
list of where they want it to go after
So it's
I
just
do my
disassembling, or then assembling,
yeah.
versus ordering a bunch of stuff. So you can see so all right, there you go. Have you ever misplaced something after taking everything apart? You got all the parts here, and then you're working on the body, and then you go back and you're like, where's that string tree?
I have in the time that I've been doing guitars for other people, I've misplaced one part.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's so much my fault. Well, it's got to be my fault, really,
Well,
because when I did that biker strap, where I did the clear pickguard with the fabric underneath the pickguard,
right.
I had a clear backing plate as well that I was going to do the same thing. But
And it
when I was finishing
disappeared?
up the guitar, I couldn't find the backing plate, and it showed
Mm,
up. And so it's on my list of things to complete, from pictures to try to match up the backing plate to the
mm.
existing guitar.
Well, you did buy it, or you forgot to buy it?
No, I had it. It came in with the original pickguard, and I misplaced the backing plate.
That sucks about clear stuff. You misplace clear stuff pretty easily because it's clear.
Yeah,
Kind of just blends into its a new environment until it builds up enough dust that you're like, what's that white thing over there? You're like, oh, there's that. It's a dusty clear pick guard.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's
So
what this list is to avoid, is so that you don't end up needing, screws or something for screws. Is one of the things that I actually order in bulk. So
you know what
usually
the
I don't
really
need it.
ironic thing about this whole conversation is?
What?
That between the two of us in a build, that you should be the more organized individual.
That's crazy, right? I mean, who would even think that that would be a thing? Well, it's about the years of building, right? So I've been doing it for, like, on the books now for like 6 years, right?
Yep.
So it was just, you do things out of necessity and frustration. And the frustration of having to pay shipping again for one or two little parts when you just paid $25 of shipping. And you know that even for a couple of small parts, they always get you. They get you $15 or $10.
Mhm.
And you're like, oh man, I didn't, And I did have to order from two parts suppliers, which means usually paying, two times the
The more
shipping, which
suppliers you have to deal with, the more you're going to pay. Yeah.
more you're going to pay in shipping. But one of the suppliers has free shipping over a certain level, over a $200 level. And sometimes they just do free shipping just to get you to buy this stuff.
Yeah.
Alan Eden is that supplier. So I got the body from, anyway, we'll go over the list later. But yeah, so that is, that's the deal.
Well, Herb saying howdy to everybody, and he
What
said
up, Herb?
he sent me a picture of one of his next upgrades, and so I've got it pulled up here. We'll pull that up later.
Okay, perfect.
And we got Vox Guitar Rock saying, "What's up, peeps?"
Box guitar rocks.
Our buddy Keith H saying, "What Hip said."
What
Now,
Hip said?
you wonder what Hip said. Maybe
Well,
it was Cheers, Charles and Seth.
that's what Hip said.
You got
Hip
BC
knows.
Rich 581 saying hello to everybody.
That's maybe what he said. Maybe that's what Hip said. Mm-hmm.
Could be. Maybe it's Martian Marine saying howdy to all.
Howdy, y'all. See, that's the way to do it. Get it done. Howdy, everyone. I
All right,
text
buddy.
too many.
I don't remember if I've called off his name already, but he is here. So thank
Hip
you.
Metalworks is in the house.
Yep, that he is. And Ben,
I welded for the first time recently, Charles.
it's funny. Ben puts out so many videos that in my new role at work, I've been so tied up, and I've just been trying to catch up on them. So some really good videos out there.
What's up, man? Sherman is freaking happy to see you, dude.
Yeah,
and I'm happy to see you.
Time surfing aliens, and good evening,
Ben
Charles and Seth. Hello there.
What up, time surfing? Mm-hmm.
And we have Guitar Man 45, Bo, who will be my guest on
Yo, Bo. Mm-hmm.
So,
what would it be like? What would it be like to have all those guitars, Charles?
Well, we're gonna find out.
No, I mean, like, if you were Bo
on his guitar journey.
That's crazy. He's coming on. Bo's already been on your show, hasn't he?
No, Bo has not been on my show. He's been on Ben's show. He will be on my show this Sunday.
Well, that is cool.
We got Bonkers saying hello to
what up, Bonkers,
in the chat.
Shit,
and Gary's made his way in.
What up, dude? Hold on. Searching for a stack. Mahogany.
He's looking for some old mahogany to build the guitar out of.
An old piece of mahogany would be, you'd probably reclaim furniture for super old, or go to a lumber, they have the lumber reclaimers. We've got one.
And I don't know what Randy was thinking talking to his granddaughter before he came on here. I mean, the loyalty.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. You got to talk to your granddaughter. That's super important.
What does he think he is? Dude, talk to your family on your own time, really. Seriously.
Oh, I know. Jeez, how annoying. Freaking kids.
Travis here saying hello. He's lurking and cooking. If you're
okay,
you better be making enough for all of us, Trev. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Throw a little spice on there, a little special spice.
Yep.
Special spice. That would have been my name if I would have been one of the Spice Girls. Special Spice, I think, probably.
You didn't really just go there, did you?
I'm just saying that if I would have joined the troupe, I had the moves, Charles. I could have auditioned.
I've been covering that up for years. Just let that loose.
About the reality. I know some of the album covers still exist. They're hard.
All right. Well, hello there, John DeShane.
What up, JD?
John DeShane was awesome Thursday night. I'm just saying.
You did some of this.
You weren't there, you
and then even bend and grab and drop down, and he does some of the more than one note on the string. Skibidi-bip, 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 all those.
Magic Man made his way in, and he's saying hello to everybody. I'm so glad he's going back to Magic Man.
Oh, that's right. This, okay. Wait, hold on. Who's Magic Man now? God damn it!
This is
who
Brett.
was
he's Brett. Out there in your area, Brett.
Yeah, who was last week? He was
years,
but before, then he was,
and then he was general admission.
General admission, which I liked. General admission, kind of Magic Man. General admission is pretty cool. Generally speaking,
I'm just being selfish because I met him as Magic Man, and it's the one I just.
Oh, all right. So it's a rotating thing. Yes, I got it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, Seth, we got a topic tonight.
Oh, okay. Yes, we do. Ordering parts.
Yeah, right. So, what parts and pieces do you want on your next build or upgrade? And not only that, what are the ones you want, but why do you want them?
And who do you order them from? Where's your go-to?
Yeah, this is really a selfish part on the part of two builders just looking for new tips on where to find source material.
Yeah, I mean, good prices. I heard people talking, I think our last show, or one of the shows that I frequent, about a certain brand of tuners that they find for very inexpensive that were good. I tend to go with Wilkinson. I like Wilkinson.
Those Wilkinson, the Wilkinson stuff seems to be pretty reliable, and it's something I would trust.
It's certainly an upgrade from like the stuff that you get with Squire type the guitars or kit guitars. It's a certain upgrade from that. It's very quality. Actually,
above all that no name stuff, right? That a Wilkinson tuner may not be the best, but it's going to work. It's going to keep in tune.
Yeah, and I for some reason I just have a problem putting a Fender name on I'm not going to buy certain brand names and put them on my guitars.
Yeah. Well, Michael Krause had started out with Filtertron pickups, and Filtertron pickups are a thing very close to my heart, being a Gretsch guy, right?
Right.
And no, Michael Krause, it's not too much to ask, and it's not too much to ask to go TV Jones.
Yeah, TV Jones is what Todd Nichols uses a lot. Very cool pickups. Great ability to feed back. Very responsive. Dial them into anything you want. Yep.
And Ryan being a little sarcastic here with the flux capacitor just to see what happens, but I thought about this for a couple hours because this was an early comment in, and I'm like, you know what? He might have something there.
That'd be a cool pedal. It has the flux capacitor kind of light on it that you hit, and it's the placebo pedal. That's all it does is light up.
And our buddy Searcher for Tony, he's trying to hit up Geiger for parts.
That was the
blue Telecaster he's working on.
Yeah, that was the one that they were chatting about, Charles Geiger.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Have you worked with these tuners at all? With these parts at all? The Geiger stuff?
I don't think so. I'm sure that I've touched them because I've touched so many guitars, but I don't remember them offhand. I think I've seen them advertised for a sale as an upgrade on something. When I went to buy something, I was like, "Oh, upgrade it with this," and came up with Geiger locking tuners for like $25.
Yeah, I've heard that they're pretty good and pretty reliable.
Well, yeah, if they're solid,
myself, so I can't speak to it.
Right.
I've been wanting to try those ratio tuners, and what are the other ones? Oh, come on! I just had it. I had it ratio. I had to search for ratio in my mind.
I don't really. I tend to upgrade a little bit and go to Wilkinson or something like that, but I don't mess with super expensive tuners, like high end tuners.
These are the tuners that come with the. They come with the plate that make them fit into different situations. So you had the ratio ones, and you had the other ones. The oh god. You know, it's funny when you're reaching for something when you had something.
Hip shot, Spurzle.
Hip shots.
Hip shot.
Yeah.
Hip shots are excellent, but they're expensive. They're very expensive, but they're excellent.
Oh, they're very expensive, but I've been wanting to work with them. I have had a lot of success with the what are those the Gibson style tuners. There's
the 3x3, like the
3x3s.
It's their version of the kind of bulbous back tuner.
Yeah.
Somebody will say it.
Somebody will come up with it, Ben. It's funny. You get on the show and all of a sudden you draw a blank about things that you work with all the time, right?
It's a lot of things. I'm always surprised nowadays when I remember something, anything at all.
Herb had said he sent me a picture of what he wanted for his upgrade.
Okay.
So I went and checked my Facebook because Herb is, that's how he contacts me.
I like it.
And, let's see. So let's see. Let's share a screen here. And so this is what I got. So he's going animal print, it looks like.
Wow. What is that, a fabric that he's doing?
Yeah, it looks like either that or maybe a vinyl wrap decal. But
oh yeah, that would be perfect if it blended in.
It doesn't look like he's done it. It looks like it's just a photo of something.
Because he also does hollow flash, because you could do hollow flash along with that.
Herb is good with the hollow flash. Herb is on hollow flash.
Cushman has it on the tuners. They're Grovers.
Yes, the Grover tuners. Thank you. I couldn't lost.
It wasn't me. It was I was like da 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 da, and he said they're Grovers. I could see it in my mind with the G and the bulbous, and yep, vinyl sticker says Herb. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be amazing.
Let's see. BC Rich says the most useless feature ever: the Kahler bass tremolo. So of course he wants one.
Yeah, so, hell yeah!
You got a Kahler bass tremolo out there? Get in touch with Guitar Man. Get in touch with BC Rich 581.
What about a do they make a Floyd Rose bass trem?
Oh, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Looks like our buddy, our Randy, has been out there getting some stuff today. You get a pig nose amp.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's a good little grind. The Presley will sound good through that with those vintage pickups.
I wonder if you got the little portable one, like you saw on Crossroads, or did you get pig nose, the bigger one, the hog?
I don't know. Probably the small little one. But I don't know. I'd be guessing.
I've been wanting to fabric top one of the small little ones.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah. What about just fabric topping, like getting inexpensive press board fabric and making a or okay wood and fabricating it to make a cabinet to match a guitar, so you could have a guitar and a cab or even a head that are the same fabric.
I have really seriously thought about taking one of my amps and fabric topping it like the Telly there.
Yeah, that'd be killer with the blue fabric.
No, with this fabric here.
Oh, okay.
With the Telly here, like the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking the Junior when you said that. I looked up in the corner behind you and I saw the blue one. So, oopsies.
So Seth, you build more than I do, though, right? I mean,
I build a lot. Yeah.
So, is there a part or something that you've been looking for?
For a while there, Charles, I was selling 2 guitars a month. Right. And so that was killer. Like times were pretty good. And sometimes it was 3. Oh, it's Black Doug. Hold on. It's my squirrel going by. One of my squirrels. What's up, Doug? Move it. Move it along. Anyway, where were we?
Well, I was talking about you build more than I do. So is there a particular part you've been wanting to put on a guitar that you haven't been able to?
Oh, that Doug's staring at me now. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard. All right. So what I did over time is by being frustrated is build my checklist, right? So a couple of the suppliers that I go to are, of course, Stu Mac, the big expensive ones. I don't really shop Amazon that much, but I go to Guitar Fetish in Florida, by the way. They just got hit by the storm, but they're okay. They actually have a 20% off coupon right now, unrelated to us or me or the show, at guitarfetish.com. But they're saying if you do buy some shit, wait for a little while. And, it might take an extra week to get your stuff, but 20% is pretty good. So, anyways, that's Guitar Fetish and Alan Eden, right? So for this recent guitar, I got all my stuff on here. I bought a body. I bought a nitro painted shell pink strap body with trim route. I got a roasted flamed maple neck with a maple fretboard. The body was $170. The neck was $109. Then the next thing on my
doing strat, are we going single, or what?
We're going humbucker.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm going to do a 5-way switch with a split coil.
That's just naughty.
I might even do a more advanced switch or a secondary switch so that we can get a bunch of different tones. Anyway, so the roasted flame maple neck. Next on the list, I have the headstock decal. And why is it so high up on the list? Because you want to get that stuff done. You want to make sure you got it. You don't want to get all this stuff and then you can't build the guitar cart because you can't. You don't have your headstock decal.
You don't want to be the guy that's sitting there waiting to put fabric on a guitar and not having all your binding in.
Binding.
So
one color of binding, right? You know exactly the frustration. Got everything ready to go, but you know the process and you can't. So then I put bridge trem. This one is a Wilkinson 6-point vintage style with steel saddles, $52.95. That was not cheap. I usually don't go that big on them, but I want to go good parts, right? Wilkinson inline vintage style pocket rapid tuners, right? Not on a plate, but they're like the Clouson style. Dude,
Right.
great deal on this. $24.99. That's at Allen Eden, right? And you should get that. That's on sale before they sell out. And Allen Eden usually has some kind of 10% coupon that you can find. Neck plate, that's $10. Output jack, the bear, I bought for this guitar a relic one. That was $10. Don't want to relic it myself. Save some time. The pick, 2 humbucker pick guard, that was $14. Strap buttons, $6, $3 each. Not that bad. I got body furls on here, but this one's not a hardtail. String trees, that's on here. That's an important one to not forget. And then pickups. I was going to put in Bartolini's, but he really likes the look of the weathered case on the slick pickups.
Okay.
And they sound really killer too. Then they're not incredibly expensive. So yeah, we're going to go with those. Those were $82.95. The wiring and all the pots and the switch, I bought a push-pull for the coil tap. And I might do a switch for an additional thing so I can get a bunch of voices. $30 for a bunch of electronics. Switch tip, which was $3, but I didn't really need to buy it. But I think that one will end up being extra because usually the switch that comes in the electronics will have a tip on it, and it's either white or black.
Yep.
And then I bought some knobs. I bought a couple of bone nut blanks. And then the case was $89.99. So,
and this is kind of a special build for you, right?
Well, yeah, this is for my little brother's son. So again, another nephew, but this nephew I've never met, and believe it or not, this is the only nephew with Presley as his last name.
Oh, so, very interesting.
Yeah, so it'll be a Presley playing a Presley. And so, I wanted to go really good parts, something that'll last for years. So that when I go visit in 10 years, it'll be a cool guitar that I can pick up and play.
Sounds like an idea. I love it.
So I'm about on that stuff. I think I'm like $600 and something deep before shipping. Shipping was like $40. So I'm $650 in parts with that.
That's quite a bit.
The body was a big extra grab, and then the upgrade of the trim and to the better tuning keys. Anyway, but the tuning keys were a great deal, so we can't even add those in. But we bought pickups instead of using Bartolini's. I was thinking of building a secondary pick guard you make it on a quick plug.
Yep.
And so that you could just take it apart and just blip, blip, and then have a full Strat set up too.
I like that idea.
But I might send the guitar first and then send that as a Christmas present or something, as another present or something.
That'd be cool.
Or,
so, when you met Laz a while back.
Yeah, about 4 months.
You meet Magic Man as well?
No, it was just me and Laz because he couldn't make it, and Laz was just rolling a little bit late. He made it to Bananas at Large right before they closed.
Okay.
And then we went and grabbed pizza. Okay. And I'm glad we did because we got to chit chat and kind of get to know each other. It was fun.
All right.
But I didn't get to hang out with Magic Man.
Magic Man is in your area as well. And so you're going to need to hook up with him at some point.
I know. Just email
me. As a fellow
wait, no, he's got my phone number. Brett's got my phone number, but he's programmed in his octopus ears in my phone.
That's right.
So,
but he's got an SG.
Nice.
And as a fellow Californian, can you guess what kind of pickups he wants to put into it?
What? He probably, if he's being metal, he wants to put in EMGs?
No.
What? Bartolini's?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Give it one more shot.
Seymour Duncan's.
No, he's looking at Lindy Fralin P90s.
Oh, well, yeah, that's amazing.
And of course, they're almost half off the Chicago Music Exchange right now. So,
but are they the P90s that fit into the humbucker route, or are you replacing?
I would imagine being on an SG, they would have to fit into the humbucker route.
Or it's already a P90 SG. that he's just
He's not
upgrading.
the kind of guy to swap one P90 for another, I don't think.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I know I don't have a P90 guitar right now. Kind of worried.
and hello there, Scott Brockway.
What up, Scott? What's crack-a-lackin'? Kind of do want some P90s, but
Bo likes those Kluson tuner types.
yeah, Clusons are great. Wilkinson comes close to Cluson. Clusons are
And
good.
Martian Murray wants some Godos.
Godos are fantastic. Good stuff. But all those, how much does a set
And
of
Conker's
brand new
on the Grovers, so
Godos, Grovers, they're all like 75, $80.
yeah, dude, all ones that you know have a good ratio on them and are going to keep in tune and hold it in tune.
Well, that, I mean, that helps, but also the proper wrap on a vintage tuner works just fine.
And Magic Man wants us to know that Warmoth has great deals on parts, and they have those Godo tuners as well.
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the price on the Godos? Hit me up. Let me know what the price is.
Hello there, Zach Thong.
What up, Zach?
Appreciate you, buddy.
Hold on.
Love it.
Yep, Eddie was, a little bit
Eddie's
triggered.
Quieter, did you notice, right? Eddie's getting quieter.
Yeah, it's been a long week for Eddie.
Yeah.
He got a job recently. He's trying to cleaning out a backyard. It's been
Terry 3G's had the 3x3 open back locking hip shots for a Gibson Flying V. He refinished. He said they're very nice tuners, and they were under $100 back then. So,
yep, that's expensive. $100 for some tuners.
Yeah, but a nice 3x3 open back.
Nice 3x3 open back. No questions about that. I'm going to agree with you 100% there. But if you're building a guitar, let's talk about this for just 1 second. If you're building a guitar with the intention to sell a guitar, right?
Mm.
Is it wise for you as a guitar builder, even though you know that, unless you're getting, unless you're a fully established company and you're getting direct prices and getting it for like half off, but you can't put $100 tuners on a guitar and then $100 or $200 bridge on a guitar, and then all these $500 pickups in a guitar, and then it.
Well, that's kind of like why I like the way that I do things when I'm fabric topping guitar for someone. If I'm including other parts or if I'm building the whole thing,
It's what they want to do,
right? What do they want to go with? Because I don't want to put something into a guitar that I know they're going to swap out immediately. For example, when I did Randy Crooks's Telecaster, he let me know right away. He said, just put those, and he says, go ahead, just put the Squire pickups you got extra in it, because I'm going to change them out for these pickups when I get it.
He knows exactly what Tony's going for, and he knows what to do.
So that's important, whenever you're doing work for someone in particular. That's why I like the way I do it, is that I really think about what are they going to change out?
Right.
What are they going to be happy with, because it's their custom thing. And so I
always think to myself, do they know how to do a truss rod adjustment?
Do I want to spend all this money on a particular pickup, on a particular tuner, if they're just going to change them out?
Right.
Yeah. And Scott Brockway reminding us that Philadelphia Luthiers has great deals on a whole bunch of stuff, including those Godo tuners. Anything really Godo.
Oh, wait, hold on. Philadelphia Lutherie? Well, thank you, Scott. Okay. If it's got great deals on it, then I'm intrigued to see that, because I would love to go and be able to buy some stuff at a great price and get a bunch.
Okay. So that picture I showed earlier was a vinyl sticker that Herb had sent, right? Yep.
That'll be killer, though. It'll be nice. And especially, I don't know what you're going to do around it or how it's going to work, but it's a great start. Good idea.
Okay. So one of the things that Ryan's looking at is an FRX front mount Floyd.
Oh, yes. Yeah. For a Gibson style guitar. They are not bad. They get a kind of bad rap because people like to hate, you know what I mean? But they work. I did a few of them.
I think a Floyd Rose is one of the things that once you know how to work it, it's cool. But until you know,
until you know,
it's a nightmare.
And even when you know, sometimes it's still a nightmare because it's a balancing act. And sometimes, y- even if you know what you're doing, you can have a bad day. And, you feel like sometimes it should just be a simple thing, but then sometimes there's some hang up that you're not catching on to, but it's very rare. And then hopefully you have a couple friends you can ask. Hopefully.
I wish I know. I must have missed this in the chat. Ben said the small ones make good workbench amps. I'm wondering what that was about because I don't see that in the chat anywhere else.
Small necks make good. Oh yeah.
So it's an amp. So
Small amps. Okay, yeah. Like a Roland is good. A Roland Cube is good, or a little tiny Fender Frontman is good.
Yeah, and so that amp that Randy got,
Pig nose,
small one. Apparently, he blew up the first one he had on the pig.
Yeah, he probably they're battery operated too. I think so. You can take them somewhere cool, sit by the river, and sit down and play some tunes.
Magic Man, you need to think about that with those SG specials. If it's already got neck dive, you probably don't want to go to the locking. The extra weight might get you.
So is it having tuning stability issues? Is it, is that G string bugging you? The Gibson G string.
Well, Blue Mox wants to upgrade all his FRs to the slide in trim bar. He's got one, and it's really good. He said there's no slop in it, and none of the screw down BS that we've all been through. So he's talking about those Fender trim bars, right?
Yeah, and dude, guess what I got on this $52.95 Wilkinson vintage 6-point trim? Has the push-in bar. Tip top, right? It's the little things like that when and I've worked with these before. They're very good trims. And it'll be balanced and beautiful.
Herb has found a Tolex that he's considered doing on some amp heads and on a Katana. And this is what he's looking like.
I can't really see it. Is it weed?
No, it won't. Okay, when I make it bigger, it gets smaller. That's already interesting. Okay. So it's kind of like it's like this kind of reptile print, right?
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. I can't really see it enough because I'm old and
it's just not letting me make it big enough in the right way.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. That's a little bit bigger. Hold on, let me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's like almost like so mind you also our screen is smaller because we got all this other crap up here saying, you know what I mean?
So that would be kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to actually do a guitar and all that. That'd be nice.
Well, you could do a 3D print guitar that is if you had a 3D printer, you can just lay down all the pieces, like print flat pieces with 3-dimensional stuff and then connect them together. Ooh, that's an idea. Like something coming out, like almost like the Han Solo guy. Oh, I'm coming out of the guitar. Oh, this is really cold. And it smells like wood.
Well, Microcross he's going to put some locking tuners on his Jane Electro with a metal nut and a wooden bridge.
Nice.
Why not?
Whatever happened to the guys that would just do everything? They throw every part in the book at the Squire, the pink Squire with the cat on it. Hello Kitty Squires.
Oh, they were all the rage for a while, weren't they?
The rage. I upgraded one at Guitar Works with over $1,000 worth of stuff. We plecked it. We put a bridge on it. We put a tuners on it. We put a everything. Nice pickup in it. It was cool. It was freaking cool.
And Vox Guitar Rock says he's looking to upgrade all the trims on his Strats. And
one of them.
Yeah. one of them.
I'll never use it. In fact,
He
I
does.
don't even know where the bar is. So, right. So I started to at school because all these kids they spend half their time tuning, and none of them use the whammy bar. So every time I get my hands on the guitar now, I pull off the back plate, I slam the trim, and then put it back on because no one's using it. I just make it so it's at least stiff to the body. You could still pop in a bar and you could still wiggle all day, but just for the most part, when people aren't, it just stays in tune so much better.
Well, here's a question I think that you're better suited to answer than I am. What's your opinion on low friction pots?
I don't love them. Some people live by them and swear by them. I'd say people, if you play a very thick, small jazz pick and you're a very accurate person, that might be your thing. Like if you're able to go, okay, because they are really excellent, I feel, in the way that they are more accurate, even though they're a very light touch with telling, like they're a more accurate sweep, I think, because you can just everywhere you touch them, it's very a big anyway. You can get yourself in trouble real quick, but if you're accurate, they're great.
Awesome. Well, Cushman NYC reports in his next build is a Nitro Relic off-white Super Strat with a German Floyd.
Oh, that's perfect.
That sounds good. I like that.
Where are you getting the Nitro Relic body? Are you getting it from MJT? MJT is a good resource, but they're expensive.
And Magic Man says for string trees, he likes the Fender American Strat style ones. They're the only ones he likes to use. And Ben Coombs, he doesn't like those low friction pots either.
Yeah, I don't like the low friction pots. I like to be able to, at certain points, completely roll off and then be able to roll on just a little bit to give me a little something, and not be worried about rolling it back up to 7.
Yep. And Magic Man's coming clean here. He wants to save up his pennies for a $3,000 Kiesel.
Oh, I don't blame you. They're a great guitar.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, and they're worth it. They're worth the money. That or a Music Man, a really nice Music Man would be worth the money. Yeah, really nice Kiesel is worth it. I was thinking of making some string Ps. Instead of string T on my guitars, it'll be a little Presley. It'll be a very, very, very small P. And you'll have to string. It'll be a pain in the ass. And you got to string the string through it. And it'll be a string P. Very popular.
So Vox Guitar Rock says a Presley custom from a Presley. Free shipping?
No, hell, not free shipping. Well, come on, I'm free building. You got to pay for your own damn shipping. I would encourage him to come out here and just pick it up. Come on out. Right.
So Randy says, any of you guys are considering these guys to do your guitars, I highly recommend both of these guys. I have guitars for both of them. It's an interactive process with either. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. I appreciate you. You made my summer. And you need to come out here on vacation and come see my spot because it's killer. It's like a little bit of hippie paradise. Hippie paradise.
Judd, ZD351 wants to know what the hell's going on here.
What the? I know I might be a little bit low energy. I had a week. I don't know what it is. We have a bunch of needy, lovely, lovely children, but some of them are needy as hell. So that'll make you, just make you tired a little bit. But I ordered a bunch of shit. So now I need to get up, get my groove on, get ready to use all this stuff.
Do you know who we have in the chat today?
Jessica Alba.
Well, obviously, that's a given.
Yeah, I figured.
Come on.
She
watches every week religiously.
Every damn
James not spy. Just it is. But Martin Lemaire is here.
Who?
Martin Lemaire. He's always hanging out in bench chat, but looks like we've
Well,
got.
I don't know Martin as well as I should know because sometimes I can only listen. All right. I'm sorry, Martin. We should become acquainted.
Archan Lemaire is an old timer from bench chat.
Well,
And so
hell yes.
we've
All
got
right.
we've
Now
got
we're
him
getting to know each
on
other.
pretty well.
Good to see you here. I hope you didn't go to my channel because no one's there.
And Gary's saying he paid 112 for the ratios a few years ago, and they were, but they were locking tuners as well.
112. Whoo, Charles, I can't take it.
Yeah, but for good, think about it though. If you're just modding a guitar to get what you want out of it,
but if you're talking about ratio of money in my wallet, that's the ratios I can't afford.
that's the part you're not supposed to think about.
No, I know. If it's a forever guitar, it's fine. I stopped thinking forever guitars because I sell like everything except for like emotional attachment guitars. So I just sell them. I play them until they sell.
This Ben says if he's building a guitar, it's nothing but high-end parts because he's only doing it once. He is only doing it once.
Right. Yep.
And Keith H has said he's tried the Dylan Talks P90 humbucker size and it sounds great. And you know, and I can kind of back them up because I can back them up on this. I've got the Dylan Flat 6 pickups in my Telecaster parts build.
I would love to get one of those. Yeah.
They sound gorgeous. I love them. Dylan, you know, he knows his pickups for sure.
And his P90 was kind of his first flavor, right?
His flavor P90 is what he's most famous for, sure.
So,
yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of Keith H gave me sent me this pickup, and it is a Dylan Talks tone pickup for sure. Clear bobbins,
yeah,
so you can see the copper all the way through. It is going on a secret build that we've got coming up on my channel.
Oh, very cool.
It will be starting pretty soon, and thanks to Keith's generosity, he is going to be the sponsor of that whole video series.
Where, what position is that pickup going in? You're putting it in the bridge?
It might be a one pickup guitar.
And then you would have to be putting that in the bridge
position. Yep.
Unless you got weird on us.
Yep.
Unless you got all weird and you're building a big old jazz box with a humbucker in the front.
I hadn't thought about that. One of those jazz box with only the neck pickup?
Yeah, with one humbucker on like a little mount, the little flat mounts that go to the side of the neck.
See, now you got me all distracted.
Oh, I got a good resource for a kit on those. The kits are nice. They're just not flamed. So you might be better off with that because you could fabric top it, but you'd have to work around the F holes, but you know what the F you're doing. Saw what I did there.
Scott Brockway, he says he only uses shallow tuners himself. He needs an 18-to-1 or a 20-to-1. Yeah, I usually look for at least an 18-to-1 tuner myself.
I usually go for that as well. 18-to-1 is what I aim for. 16-to-1 is pretty good. Pretty good.
Box Guitar Rocks has some good advice here. I'd put cheap pickups in my guitar before I go with cheap tuners because the best pickups on the planet sound bad out of tune.
Right.
If you can't keep it in tune, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a certain level of tuners that just need to be like Randy got upgraded tuners. He got Wilkinson tuners upgraded on his guitar just because it just needed it, right?
I think we've seen this one before.
Nitro Relic. Yep. Even in Canada. Wow. Okay. Good to know. Philadelphia Luther.
Philadelphia Luthier Supply is a great place to get parts. For sure.
Well, I'm going to have to go check them out.
And Vox Guitar Rocks actually likes a Marshall battery amp that he has. Lets me troubleshoot noise issues. If my guitar still makes noise with the battery amp, it's not my power at the house.
Yep, that's a good call. Right. Unless, Sometimes lights will cause problems with amps and pickups. Um, and then sometimes it's being plugged into some weird circuit. Old houses, especially.
Yep. Welcome in, Mesa Guitar Guy.
In San Francisco, Charles, we had houses that, are built a long time ago, like the electricity in them is very, very old. And a lot of people would call complaining about the guitar shop having like problems with, mysterious feedback and weird stuff. And I would always ask them to go, and this is strictly because I thought maybe it would work. And I was just gathering feedback. And I tell them to go unplug all the stuff out of your house that is like randomly plugged in, that is, not grounded, anything with two prongs. And a lot of them would report back that the issues would resolve. Was that directly related? Maybe.
Love Randy's comment here. He just needs to go to the Crossroads to sell his soul to be the best guitar player ever. He just can't find it on his map.
Oh, you guys got it. All you gotta do is ask the Tesla van to take us all there. The Tesla van will come pick us up, and we don't need a driver to take us there.
Martin Lemaire, if you're shopping for pickups, I would encourage you to check out those Dylan Flat Safe pickups. There are also the there's another set of pickups I'm thinking about that now I just can't remember their name.
Lindy Fralin are really good for telly. There's a lot of great tellies out there.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. I'm drawing a blank right now. Mm-hmm. But those for sure, those Dylan Flat Sit pickups are really good.
What is this? After seeing all the guitars, we looked. Yeah, I don't know, man. Right now, it seems like very flooded. It seems like a lot of the big manufacturers are not in the care about what you're building market. They're in about the build, sell, build, sell.
Well, Zach Thong says what he really wants to do is he wants to get another handmade acoustic guitar built. And Zach is just from what I remember, Zach is a really acoustic guitar guy. He's got some really nice stuff.
Right. He wants like the real deal, beautiful. You know where you should go, Zach? Get a Lakewood.
Oh, there, Chris.
Lakewood from Germany might be a good deal for you. Handmade, high-end, beautiful, kind of crispy. The ones that I played and owned, I still own one. Lakewood guitars. Check them out. They're good. So I'm excited. I can't wait to build. I haven't been building for a while because, you get into the school year, you get real busy with life. And then even though I have the 1 day off a week now that I'm not working 7 days, I end up getting booked.
That must have been the other set that was eluding me, Ben. Ben's got a really nice set of signature telly.
Oh, yeah. Ben knows his telly tone. He's what company is that with, Ben? Remind me again.
Reno Fin. With Reno Fin.
Reno Fin. So look them up and look for the Ben Coombs signature set, which will get you right into the zone. How would you describe them, Ben? Like a little punchy, clear but punchy, crisp.
I'm sure I want to say they're like a 60s telly pickup, but or a 50s telly pickup. I can't remember quite right.
Yeah, based on a 53 telly
set. Yep.
Well, I don't really have a 53 telly to compare it to, Ben. So if you can't, please illuminate on what you think that sounds.
Randy Brooks really likes those Fender Tex-Mex or Texas Specials, and he put the Tex-Mex in the acid drop telly.
Oh yeah, Tex-Mex.
Ben's got those 53s in a 71 telly.
Too many numbers, but I hear you. Yep,
for sure.
Very cool.
All right, so Seth, we everyone's kind of been giving us what they want. So if you were going to build your own guitar today, right, for
My
you,
own guitar for me.
All right, so what kind of what style guitar are you going with?
A hardtail Strat.
Hardtail Strat. Okay, staying true to your character.
Boring as hell. I'm sorry.
All right.
But I'll do a really nice hardtail bridge, a hip shot bridge, hip shot tuners.
Hip shot bridge, hip shot tuners. Okay. Pickups.
Pickups. Yep. I will have pickups in the guitar, Charles.
It will have pickups. Well, is there a kind of pickup that you've been? Well, is there a pickup you've been wanting to work with?
Many. So I mean, if I'm building myself a guitar with pickups that I really want, then I'm just probably going to build something with P90s because that's what I got a hankering for right now. But here's the thing: we always talk forever guitar, and then I wouldn't be honest if I said I think I would be building a forever guitar. But P90 guitar would be cool. But I also need other guitars too, Charles. So I can't just have that one. I must build at least 4 more.
Chris NY, he's got those Richie Kotzen Telly pickups, and he says they're freaking awesome. I've been wanting to mess with those a little bit.
And if you want to go on the budget side, I've had really good luck with Guitar Fetish pickups. Just they're higher end. They've got a higher end that are like custom wound and heavy duty, and they're good. They're not bad. They carry slick pickups. Slick pickups are a different version, and they're good. They're well built for the price. I got one guitar with these slick pickups in it that are powerful and juicy and everything. When you play it, you're like, holy wow, this is expensive stuff. And it's really not.
Seth, I love this attitude from Scott. He says, I'm just going to hot rod guitars like always.
Yep. Scott uses top end stuff. Okay. He does it right, which I get.
He doesn't mess around. He goes with those 1 meg pots, which I don't quite get. I don't quite understand it, but he says they do a thing.
They do a thing, and you can make it up with resistors and other caps, right? So you can even stuff out, and there's a lot you can do if you're into that kind of stuff. But it's above my pay grade. But someday I'll be there. I'll be like buying whatever parts.
Randy, you know what? Pearly gates do sound like a good idea as well.
I've got pearly gates in my number 1. Pearly gates are in my number 1 Strat. The 3 Strat pearly gates pickups, and they're my favorite. I was playing them earlier today, and just on clean tone, and just I looked down. I was like, "Yep, I need to buy more of these," but I don't. They're expensive. They would be like 400 something for a set of those pickups.
Well, it's really interesting when you start talking about it, you start going down this road, because the longer you go down it, the more people chime in, right? Totally. So Herb is saying he's thinking about going with Steve Luthiker transition pickups in his newest Kramer.
Wow. Well, so his pickups take a boost. Like, he usually has an active boost on board. That's something about those Music Mans that's in particular. If you like an onboard boost, that's a fun thing to have. Especially if you play tube amps live, and your sound man's going to hate you. But if you play in scenarios where an onboard boost is a real thing, it's cool.
Well, and Matt says he wants those B&G benders.
Oh, there's a couple new ones on the market, aren't there? Right, there's new ones that are easier to attach.
They've gone a long way from the ones where you got to route out the whole body, and now there's some less intrusive ones.
Yeah, those were awful. Not awful. They were amazing and cool and did a thing, but they are a nightmare if you're trying to work on them and you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure. You had to know what you were doing to install the old ones, for sure.
I had to have Glazier, the guy Glazier from Tennessee. He owns a bunch of shops and he's a genius and all this. He had to walk me through because we got one of his guitars in our shop with this weird bridge on it, and it was like, what the hell is going on here? So no one in his shop knew how to do it, and you know how it is when you're the top guy at the shop. You're like, oh yeah, everybody's worried about talking to him, and I just don't care, and I'm just waiting for him to call me because I got this guitar sitting next to my bench for like a week, and finally he calls me and he's like, oh, it's Phil Glazier. Like, okay, Phil. And literally it was like 2 things he walked me through to do to this bridge, and it worked perfect. It was a fantastic design, but you would never know to do the things that you had to lift up a thing and there was a screw under another thing, and then the whole thing came apart. So, nice. Right. And then if you didn't know that, but anyway, it was, you're talking to the man. He invented the B-bender, I guess is where I should have went around to the story. He didn't invent it, but he did do a whole thing where he builds those. He also builds those guitars.
Knew it, Randy. We knew it.
What? At least 35 guitar. Damn. Mm-hmm. He also invented those guitars that fold together. Then the good ones that were in Nashville.
Well, I cannot believe
Joe Glazier. That's the dude.
Yep,
not
Joe
Phil.
Glazier. And I can't believe it. We have burned through another hour.
Oh, and you got to roll. You got to go because there's a very mysterious
I've got a youngster that needs to be picked up somewhere.
We could have did better than that, Charles. We could have let that secret. We could have been like, Charles has to do something. And you guys get to guess what it is on next week's episode of Guitar Safari. No, you guys are hella cool. Sorry that you had to deal with this evening. Deal with us. Go to Ben's on Sunday.
Yep. Go to Ben.
And Monday.
On Sunday. Who's your guest on Sunday?
And just check on Tuesday because you never know. Stop it. You stop it.
All right. So while we wait for Ben's guest on Sunday, I've got Guitar Man 45 on Sunday. Seth, you got anything coming up this week?
Coming up? I don't know. Hopefully there's nothing coming up. I don't foresee anything. You think? Are you sending me any bills? Do I owe you anything, Charles? No. No, I think I should be good this week. I might I want to do some playing with presses, but I'm not doing it. This last week I was busy on Wednesday evening. But this week I might, because if there's no Buffalo meeting, I might actually do a playing with Presley's. And
there is so Ben is doing a Thanksgiving special, Canadian Thanksgiving special, so it's a group hang this week.
Yeah, if it's on Wednesday, then I'm doing that, especially if I'm not pulled away to do other stuff with my family. So
right. Well, everyone, Thank you for being with us tonight. It's been a great Friday night. We really enjoyed talking with you guys. And think about that, think about that upgrade that you may want to do that existing guitar, or if you want to put one together yourself. Sherman.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What's going on, Charles?
Hey, Sherman, how you doing?
Not very fucking good. This has been a terrible week. I'll just tell you, I'm going to do my best to get the hell out of here. You guys have a good night.
All right, hang in there, Sherman.
He's a dick, man. I mean, he's getting into those teen years, I think. It's the angst.
He has definitely got his own mind, but I know that this happens to be Sherman's favorite song.